Elliott here with Harmony Central. We're at NAMM 2014 at the Paul Reed Smith booth. I'm here with David Grissom, huge studio player, played with tons of big acts, has a new solo record coming out. Today we're going to talk about his line of amplifiers, the DG series Paul Reed Smith amps. David, what can you tell us about it?
Well, I can tell you that there are two models in there. There's a 50-watt DG Custom 50 and a DG Custom 30 that are the result of Doug Sewell, who the main designer for PRS, and myself spending the last 3.5, almost 4 years now, starting from the ground up. The main thing for me was to get amplifiers that were equally comfortable to use in the studio and live. I've had the experience in the past of getting great vintage amplifiers that when you stand 3 or 4 feet away from them or 5 feet away from them, they sound like the voice of God. You get them in the studio and you spend an hour and a half moving the mic to try to get the weird frequency out or whatever. So I think that when you're spending this kind of money on an amp, you ought to be able to throw it up in the studio, put a 57 in the middle of the speaker, and boom, you're ready to go. But you know, it's just, man, we worked really, really hard on these things, and they're you know, road and studio tested. So I can't tell you how many times I've gotten an amplifier in the past that seemed like it was incredible in the studio. I get it out on stage, way too much compression, and it just kind of caves in on me. I get an amp that I play live again, and it sounds great on stage. I dig in the studio, and I can't do anything. So we really tried to make it incredibly versatile, very, very touch sensitive. It's the kind of amp that I decided, the way my approach is to set the amp up to when I play hard, I'll get a nice, really good crunch rhythm. If I lighten my touch up, it'll clean up nicely.